All right, so welcome to the next lesson in Amazon ads. Now, I know I talked about we were going to go setting up our campaigns and everything at the end of the last lesson. We're not doing that quite yet. We are going to dive in, and I'm going to first give you a proper overview of what this 3-step blueprint ad strategy really is. So let's dive into that, and then I'm going to go through and we'll walk through the actual Amazon ads dashboard, how to set up the campaigns. But I want you to fully understand what the whole Amazon ads process that we're going to be doing, or the strategy we're going to be using is first, because that is key. So in this lesson, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look first at Amazon's entire keyword bidding system. So this is the whole system of how Amazon determines what ad to show and when. Then we're going to take a look at what are called keyword auctions, as well as how competition can drastically affect your ads. Then we're going to dive into keywords, and we're really going to be taking a look at what are called short tail and long tail keywords. And I'm going to show you exactly the difference in using them and why there's one you specifically want to focus on for doing your ads. Then we're going to take a look at the 3 stages that are required essentially to master your Amazon ads or ads in general. And I think that's going to be a very, very important part of this lesson. The whole lesson is going to be important, but that is really the meat and potatoes. So let's get ready and let's dive right into it. So what is Amazon's keyword bidding system? When somebody searches something on Amazon, a keyword auction is conducted by Amazon to determine whose ad is going to get shown and in what position it'll get shown. So this happens every single time somebody types in something to Amazon's search bar. Amazon uses what's called a keyword bidding system to determine whose ad is going to get shown. And Amazon's entire ad platform revolves around bidding for keywords. Your job is to determine which keywords you want to bid for and how much you want to spend on them. So just as a refresher, a customer goes ahead and types in a search term in Amazon. They want to look for a product to buy. So they type that in, and then within a fraction of a second, Amazon's going to determine, okay, who are all of the people who are trying to bid on those particular keywords, on those phrases, on whatever, all right? Who has the best product that's going to have the best results for the customer, best results for Amazon. All of this is happening behind the scenes in a matter of fractions of seconds. And then the winners are essentially laid out on the Amazon page. So I'm going to go through some examples. So this is an example here. And the keyword that is being bid on is speed reading. So you see at the top over here, speed reading is the search term. So I typed that into Amazon, and what did I find? I found these are the two ads that showed up right away. Now, so this person won what's called the brand keyword auction. This is a new form of ad that Amazon's been using now. So they won the brand keyword auction for the term speed reading. So they won out of everybody else. And then down here, this person won what's called a product keyword auction. This is actually the one we're going to be using a lot more. And they won for the keyword speed reading. So these were essentially the 2 winners. Now, this is the layout of Amazon's current search results page. So, I've taken this page and I've laid it out to show you. Here's how it looks like. So we have 16 organic products, followed by a number of ads and a sponsored brand ads. So the sponsored brand ad you see at the top in blue is this one right here. Okay, and then below it you have the Amazon product ad, right? So the product ad is this one, and then right below that there'd be one more product ad that person would have come in number 2 for the keyword speed reading in terms of the bid. And then we would start having some organic, right? We talk about getting that number 1 organic spot. So then that's where that product would be number 2, 3, 4, all the way to 8. And then Amazon has 2 more ad placements, ad spots 3 and 4 for products. So once again, it'd be 2 more of these type of ads right here, placed down here, about midway down the page. And then the remaining organic spots would be taken up by the next products. And then the 2 more at the very bottom, ad placements. You want to end up at the top. These are the obviously the top spots you want to get. You don't really want to be down here, not the end of the world, but you really want to be winning these bids so you can be placed at the top of the page, because these are going to get the most clicks. These products are going to end up doing the best, and ads help you get into these top ranking organic spots as well. For right now, we're going to be focusing though on the product ad, because sponsored brand ads, you have to have a number of different books. I believe it's a minimum of 2 or 3 books to have an ad in the brand keyword auction, or to win the brand keyword auction here. So we're just really going to be focused on these 2 for right now. There's going to be a separate lesson for sponsored brand ads. All right, so let's talk about keyword auctions. You want to play where most people don't. What I mean by this is you want to be, well, let me explain this. Lots of people, when there's a lot of people bidding on ads, that means there's going to be lots of competition. You're going to pay a higher price for your keyword. For example, paying $1 per click in order to win the bid, right? That's not the best scenario you want to be in. We want to spend, or we want to be paying the least amount we can per click. So if you, instead of everybody who's, they're going after all these popular search terms, you want to find the search terms that nobody's really going after, but are super relevant to your book. Because now there's going to be less competition, which means it's easier to win with a lower price. For example, 30 cents to win the bid. So we're going to determine, and this is what this whole section is going to be about. It's going to be about how to show you to find these keywords that there's not a lot of people bidding on them, but they're super relevant. So it's going to be cheaper for you to play, but you're still going to win massively, as if you were, this fish in this big pond here. You just want to, or bowl, you just want to jump in to the smaller one, because it's going to be a lot easier and a lot more fun for you. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, so let's talk about expensive versus cheap clicks. So expensive clicks are going to be high competition niches like self-help, investing, right? Anything to do with money, or health and fitness. Those are very high competition, super popular. Lots of people go for them. There's big money in those niches. So what that's going to mean is there's going to be a ton of people there. So more people in the auction means you're going to pay a higher price for the clicks. Then the term short tail keywords, such as dog training, something that's only 1 or 2 words long. Those are short tail keywords. Dog training, there's going to be a lot more people in the auction, a lot more people targeting something like dog training, right? Means you're going to pay a higher price for clicks. Those are expensive clicks. That's not what we want. Cheap clicks, low competition niches, right? Gardening or sleep training. Those are low competition. They're not as popular, not as sexy, but they're still very profitable. Less people are going to be in the auction means it's going to be a lower price for the clicks. Long tail keywords, right? Such as how to train a German Shepherd puppy. Less people in the auction, lower price for the clicks. So you can be in a high competition niche like dog training, right? Like dog training, but by using a long tail keyword, such as how to train a German Shepherd puppy. It's long, it's multiple words, but also what is it? It's very specific. It's not just dog training. It's how to train a German Shepherd puppy. So it's very specific. It's tailored exactly to the type of book that you're going to have. You're you're targeting the exact type of customer you're looking for, right? So that means there's less people looking for that than overall dog training. Because people who have like poodles are not looking on books on how to train a German Shepherd. So versus dog training, it's going to include those poodle owners and German Shepherd owners. By using a long tail keyword, you're getting more specific. So there's less people in this auction, means you're going to be able to win at a lower price for clicks. Amazon ads are very niche dependent. Going after long tail keywords, they are cheap and they convert into sales. So that's really going to be a major premise of this entire lesson here with ads. Okay, so let's talk more about long tail versus short tail keywords. This is a diagram I stole from the internet here, but let's take a look at this. Okay, so we see here we have, search volume is super high, and then engagement, it means where the clicks come from. Okay, now shoes, for example, shoes is what? It's a short tail keyword. So shoes, search volume, massive, because what does shoes include? It includes literally every type of shoe that goes in your foot, right? So shoes is going to be very, it's going to be very high competition. It's going to be high volume. It's not focused. It's going to cost a lot, and it's going to have a low conversion. Running shoes, right? It's slightly less volume, search volume, but it's still extremely high. But then if we get into something where it's like the best running shoes for kids, very specific now, right? We're talking about running shoes, and now we're talking about for kids. So it's very, very specific. 70% of all search traffic comes from long tail keywords. And that is just so key to understand, that long tail keywords are everything when it comes to running really, really profitable ads, especially in the beginning. So we take a look at this short tail versus long tail. Short tail, so volume, it's very high. Shorter the keyword, the higher the search volume. If you're ranking for a short tail keyword, you're in for consistent traffic, right? So if you're ranking for shoes, you're in for consistent traffic. However, high competition, it's going to be high. High search term means plenty of competition. You're in for a difficult time to be ranked. Focus, limited focus means the majority of your traffic may not find what they're looking for on your website. So you're going to be spending a lot more because the majority of people, they're going to click, look at your book, not really want it because it's not exactly what you want for them, right? We go back to that dog training, right? If we're ranking for dog training, right? Yeah, we could be the number one book ranking for dog training. But if our book's only about German Shepherds, how many German Shepherd owners are we getting out of 1,000 or 10,000 clicks for dog training? Cost, you're looking to pay, or if you're looking to pay to rank for this short tail keyword, it's going to cost you, since it's a common search term with many bidders. And conversion, most of the traffic will not find what they're looking for, resulting in poor conversion rates. This exactly what I was trying to explain with dog training versus how to train a German Shepherd puppy. Okay, now long tail keywords, volume. It's limited traffic since you're targeting a specific customer with specific content. Okay, competition. There's limited amount of people creating content about the same topic. Therefore, you're likely to win the traffic. Your focus is high. Traffic will include people who are already looking for what is included on your website, Amazon page. Cost, low, right? There will be less people bidding for a long tail keyword. When users search for short tail keywords, yours won't show. And conversions are going to be high, right? This traffic has done their research and is ready to convert. While traffic is lower, a higher percentage will convert. And that's ultimately what we're looking for. So understanding the bidding system. The Amazon bidding system takes more than just your bid price into account when deciding which ads to show. So that means being the highest bidder does not guarantee that you will win your keyword auction. It also means that increasing your bid does not guarantee that your ad will receive more impressions. Okay, it's not just about a money thing. Amazon, they want to make money and have the best customer experience. So that means two things that have to happen. One, your ads that are shown need to be profitable for Amazon. So Amazon has to make money, and This is the second thing. They need to be converting into sales for the customer. They have to be giving the customer the best experience, the best shopping experience as well. And those are the two things that have to actually happen. So if your book is low quality or irrelevant, no one's going to click on the ad and Amazon won't make money. Ads for bad books don't get clicks, so Amazon won't show your ad. If you're struggling to get impressions on your ad, it's because Amazon simply does not like your book because people click it and they don't buy it. Right? So that's why you might not be getting a lot of impressions, because Amazon does not want to show your ad. It does not like something about your book. This is where click-through rate matters, right? What makes an ad attractive that produces a high CTR, click-through rate? Well, one, reviews. When you have 50 plus good reviews, that helps. Your cover, it needs to stand out and be better than the rest. Your title, you need a title that makes people feel, I need this book. And relevance, right? Running ads to irrelevant keywords is pointless. You have to be running ads to relevant keywords. So here's another example. So these books, let's say they're all bidding for the keyword gardening. Okay, we have 3 books here. We got square foot gardening, raised bed gardening, and then we have this bird book. Okay, so let's say this green book here is doing 50 cents for a bid. Okay, this book right here, raised bed gardening, is doing 60 cents, and then bird book is doing $1, paying $1 for the bid. So Amazon's running the ads. Now this book gets 8 clicks for every 1,000 impressions. So out of every 1,000 times that this ad is shown, people click on it 8 times. This book is getting 5 and this book gets 1. Now, why might this book be getting more clicks? Well, even though it has a smaller bid. Well, maybe the cover is better. This person, I know he has a large following. He's one of the more influential people in the gardening space. But take a look at this. It's also the 3rd edition and fully updated. So this shows that somebody who goes back and continues to make their product better and better and better by revising it, adding more content, ensuring that it's the best of its ability, is producing a better product. And that's something that Amazon loves to reward, right? Where this is, I'm not sure if this is a self-published book or not, but, it's very basic cover. It's warming, but might not appeal as using real photos like this one. Now, this book is getting 1 click per ad or 1 click per 1,000 impressions for the simple fact we are targeting gardening and this is a bird book. So this person is just targeting something that they shouldn't be targeting. So we have a 0.8 CTR click-through rate, 0.5 CTR, and a 0.1 CTR. So even though this book has a lower bid price than this one, right? Its click-through rate is higher because it's getting more clicks because it's speaking to the customer better, right? And it has here, right? Now, where does Amazon stand on this? Okay, well, they're making $4 per 1,000 impressions, right? You just got to do the math here. They're making $4 per 1,000 impressions. This book, it's making $3 per 1,000 impressions, where this book is making $1 per 1,000 impressions, even though it has the highest bid price, right? So just because you bid more does not mean you're guaranteed to sell more books or essentially make Amazon more money. You have to take into account these other factors here as well. Now, how do you get preferred treatment by Amazon and win your auctions? Well, get clicks on your ad for one. Right? Get clicks, get better and more reviews, have a better cover, and have a better title. Those are the basic ones. All of these will increase your impressions while decreasing your cost per click, while improving your overall ads performance. And out of everything else that you take from this, down here, it's the most important thing. The performance about your ads is all about your book. If your ads are not performing, it's because your book is trash. And this is what most publishers fail to understand. Why isn't my ad doing well? Why isn't this happening? Why is it? Because you did not do a good book. Because you cheaped out on the cover. You don't have any reviews. Your description is sloppy. Your title doesn't make sense. It's because so your ads are a direct reflection of your book. And that's why we've spent so much time in the previous weeks ensuring that your book is of the utmost quality. Now, this is also important to note. Don't start this process, this ad process, until you have at least 5 reviews on your book. Books without reviews, they struggle to sell, and they'll burn through money when you're running ads. And this is why I've emphasized getting reviews right away in the first few days of launching your new book. So wait until you have at least 5 reviews live, and then that's when you should be getting your Amazon ads. All right, and I know I touched on this before, but the biggest thing to understand from this lesson is the performance of your ads is a reflection of your book, right? The best ad strategy in the world will be massively unprofitable if they're run to a bad book. It's not going to work. Whereas you can have the worst ad strategy, it's still going to be somewhat profitable if you're running it to an amazing book. So your product is the most important thing here. Ads are not going to magically make a horrible book become a bestseller. You have to first have that amazing book, plus an amazing ad strategy, which I'm going to give you, is going to equal an explosion of sales. All right, so let's go through the ads method. So this method is designed to make ads as simple as possible for you. Will make you the most amount of money possible by finding the best keywords to bid on. Okay, and there's 3 steps to this. It's testing is the first step. So we're going to create 2 test campaigns per book. And the goal of these test campaigns is simple. It's find keywords that produce sales and profit, which we call our quote unquote winning keywords. That's what we want to discover from our testing campaigns. From there, then we do scaling. We're going to put your winning keywords into a new scaling campaign. Okay, so the keywords that we found, hey, these are good, these are converting to sales. Now we're going to take those, create new campaigns, and that's what we're going to do to scale these winning keywords. And like I said, if this is not fully 100% making sense, don't worry about it. I'm going to walk you through everything step by step multiple times. And then the last step is optimize. We're going to optimize your campaigns. Make sure your campaigns are more cost effective and profitable. So test, scale, and optimize. Those are the 3 steps that we're using here. So step 1 is testing. So it's impossible to know what the winning keywords are without first running tests. An ad strategy that doesn't first involve testing a bunch of keywords, it's flawed from the beginning. We don't know what keywords are going to work, what keywords are going to be profitable or unprofitable. A lot of people running dog training or with dog training books would think, oh yeah, dog training should be a great keyword for me because my book's about training dogs. That might be a horrible keyword for you, absolutely horrendous keyword for you. But you don't know that until you test it. The purpose of testing is to cast a wide net by bidding on thousands of different keywords and using that data to find your winners, and then scale and then the losing keywords, we turn those ones off because they're not winning, because they're not doing well. Now, real data is the best keyword research tool you can possibly have. And so that's what we're going to be using. Now, so we're going to start by creating 2 test campaigns, one auto test campaign and one manual test campaign. So the auto campaign, this one is when Amazon looks at your book and bids on thousands of relevant keywords for you. And by far, this is the best way to discover long-tail keywords. And then we have the manual campaign where you pick you're going to pick keywords that you want to target, and I'm going to show you how to pick the proper keywords to target. And we're going to select 5 to 10, and we're going to use broad and phrase keywords from Amazon's auto suggestions. Now, these test campaigns, they're going to bid on a ton of different keywords to give us real world data so we can look at and then run our scaling campaigns on. And it's also important to note these test campaigns, we should never really turn them off. They should always be running because we're always testing to see if new things come up, and we will optimize it so we're not bleeding money, so to speak. But you always want to be testing to see what new trends or new market shifts come up that you might be able to jump on before your competitors. So keywords match types. I've talked about broad and phrase. These are the terms when we're talking about the different types of keywords we're going to be targeting. So this is a little screenshot from inside the ads dashboard that we're going to be going through and using extensively in the next lesson when I show you step by step how to set this up. So broad keywords, the definition is our target keyword plus synonyms, variations, and related keywords. So that's one of the ones we use for our testing campaign. Phrase keywords, it targets the keywords plus all search terms and phrases that include that keyword. And then we have the exact keywords, targets only the exact keyword plus the plural of that exact keyword. Like, so dog, it would target dogs. Broad would target dogs, puppies, right? Anything like that. Phrase would target, dog training, dog food, anything to do with that. All right. Now, step number 2 is scaling. So we're going to move our winning keywords from your test campaign into a new campaign that's designed for scaling. Scaling campaign allows you to focus all of your campaign's budget on the keyword that are proven to make you sales. Your auto campaign may only spend about $5 out of the $20 per day budget on winning keywords. But when you move your winning keywords to a scaling campaign, you can spend all $20 a day on budget on your winners. And this is essentially your money-making campaign. Now, a winning keyword, what is it? A winning keyword is one that gets 2 sales conversions at a 50% ACoS or better, right? So below 50%. This means it's profitable and worth focusing on. Now, in an ideal world, you want more than 2 conversions, but we're not going to have a ton of data to look at based on only spending a few dollars a day. If you can spend more per day, if you can spend, $20, $30, $40, $50 per day on a daily budget for your testing, great. You're going to grab way more data to look at, and your scaling campaigns should be a lot more profitable. Finding your winning keywords may take weeks or months depending on your budget. So try to get this done as quickly as possible by not restricting your budget to only $5 or $10 per day. Because remember, your testing campaign, it's not good. If you put your budget at $50, it might actually only spend about $10. If you put it at $20, it might only spend $3 or $4 per day. And then step 3 is going to be optimize. Now we optimize the campaigns we've set up. This simply means making them more lean and efficient so they don't waste money. There's 2 ways we're going to do this. We're going to optimize your test campaigns with negative keyword optimization, right? So we're going to stop bidding on negative keywords. And then we're also going to stop bidding on winning keywords. They're proven to win, right? If we know a certain keyword is winning, we take that out of the testing, move it to scaling. We need to turn it off and make it a negative keyword for the testing campaign because we already know it's winning. And then we're going to optimize your scaling campaign with what's called bid optimization, right? Adjust the bids by looking at the ACoS. Winning keywords should be bid optimized. So if a keyword's performing well, 30% ACoS or lower, we want more impressions. We want to increase our bid by 5 to 10 cents. If a keyword is performing above 50%, we decrease the bid. This will lower the impressions, but it'll also lower the CPC, your cost per click, thus get your ACoS closer to 30%. Now, negative keywords prevent your ads from showing when a shopper's search term matches your negative keyword. Right? These are great ways to optimize your ad spend and stop spending on bad keywords you don't want to show up for. There's two types of negative keywords, exact and phrases. Dog, for example. Dog, you will never show up for the search term dog or dogs. That'd be an exact negative keyword. A negative phrase keyword, dog, you'll never show up for any search term with the word dog in it. You should avoid obvious, or you should add rather, obvious negative phrase keywords to a test campaign from the start, if applicable, right? So, for example, if you sell dog training to dog owners, you can confidently add cats as a negative phrase. It would not make sense to show your ad to cat owners. If you sell anything for adult men, you can confidently add women and kids as negative phrase keywords, since you're selling something to adult men and not women or children. Most negative keywords will be added to your test campaigns based on the data, but you should add negative phrase keywords to begin with if it makes sense. So now we're going to go through, and we're actually going to go through step by step in setting up the first two campaigns, your first two testing campaigns. So that's going to be all covered extensively in the next lesson.